And about out of the 550 people dying every day, about 70 people are getting infection every other minute.
From Kibera or from all over Nairobi?
This is now all over Nairobi.
There are so many AIDS orphans, by the way, around here as a result of their parents passing away. And you'll get grandmas taking care of them. Now old people are left to take care of the grandchildren. Ditima, shiajaro. It's a pleasure meeting you. I mean, the strong bond between us, I'm sure it will continue. This day we've made new sister, good, new companion, new friend, and I'm sure this will continue. This is just a starting. When it's routine in Kenya for you to take your status when you're pregnant at the antenatal care clinic. But you see what happens, most women, they will not tell their husband about their status. So, of course, when they are supposed to do either formula milk or to do the breastfeeding, they just breastfeed the kids. Because, their husband, of course, will ask, why are you not breastfeeding? Yet they never even told their husband their status after the test. So that's become really a major challenge. And the men tend to blame the women. The women fear their husbands leaving them. How will he take care of the family, paying rent. They depend on their husbands to bring daily bread. So if they tell their husband and they separate, of course, they will not have anything to eat. Not have food to put on the table. The kids will not go to school and so that. So there's that fear of rejection. There's that fear of separation. There's that also fear of blaming one another who brought the HIV and such underlying things.
I founded SEPTA Center a couple of years ago, and the purpose of provide professional training in addiction counseling been a very special way to reach out to people who are HIV positive and might be abusing alcohol, which would imperil their regimen, the taking of their medications, but also increase their risky sexual behavior when they're taking the medication.
How are you? Been waiting for you. Karibu sana. Welcome.
Rose, who is HIV positive and is public about it, was hired by us to reach out to the HIV positive clients.
Maybe have a chat or something like that.
She's compassionate, she's intelligent, and because she does herself come from Kibera slums, she has a really great sense of the challenges, the difficulties, but also the strengths of the people that she's working with.
So, welcome to SEPTA. Welcome to, this is the Kibera Center, and this is the HIV department. What I believe is that working with these people and from their sharings and from the sharing experiences, is that some people knew their status and they decided to start taking alcohol as a coping mechanism and forget about their status. But the fact remains is that when you're HIV positive, once you have the virus, already you have been infected and there's no way out. So the issue is actually trying to support them, bring them into the aspect of reality, because HIV and AIDS is a fact. It's a disease like any other. It's chronic, and I thank God it's manageable at least. And of course with the ARVs that are there now, they can improve quality of life, boost your immunity, hence the opportunistic infections are reduced. And of course, there's that quality life. And that's basically my work. And that's how I got to get myself at SEPTA. And I love my work. I like working with people who are HIV positive. I like doing outreach work, and I really enjoy my work. I believe when I bring a difference in somebody's life, it's a healing process in me also.
I was infected in 1993, so that's 14 years ago this month. And for me in New Zealand, there's not many people think it's a problem. They don't realise that it's in our community or in our country, and they don't understand the things that people living with HIV go through. What I've noticed since I've been here is that people are acknowledging that HIV is in the community, that everybody's talking about it. There's awareness, there's posters, it's around. Back home, that it's like it's invisible. They don't realise that it's there. The part that New Zealand needs to get real about is that it's in our Pacific. The virus is spreading at an alarming rate, and it's right on our doorstep. And to me, being here is just, I feel boosted. I know that everything you're doing, and I can see how that would help the people in the Pacific.
So actually, even in Kenya, 10 years back, things were not really the way they are, but we've come a long way because there's that awareness, campaigns, there are organizations that have come in to help in fight against HIV and AIDS. The media, posters, at least they've really helped. But 10 years back, it was terrible. There was that myths and misconception. People talk about, no, it's a taboo, they have been cast, it's a sin, and all sorts of things. You know, they could not accept, but we've also come a long way, must say that.
Mimi ni wa kwanza. Yes.
You want to say something?
How are you?
For my own experience, I've always joined the dots. They're using the drugs and the alcohol just to cope, to get through the day, to stop feeling the sadness and the grief or depression that they're living in, because they're living in it.
People in the slums, they're really extraordinary people. They overcome extraordinary odds. And so I'm encouraged by their own behavior, their own desire to change their lives.
Hello everybody, I'm Marama and I'm a recovering alcoholic, and I'm also HIV positive.
Anaitwa Marama na yeye pia analikava katika mambo ya alcoholic ya kunywa pombe na yeye ni HIV positive.
I've been diagnosed HIV positive 14 years, and I've been clean off sober for 7 years. I've been on ARVs. My husband is HIV positive. He comes from a little country very much like this, from Papua New Guinea, and his wife and 2 babies have passed away. His first wife, I should say.
Bibi yake wa kwanza.
Second wife.
Alikuwa bibi wa pili.
And we have a little baby girl. She's 9 months. I don't breastfeed. I formula. Use formula.
Okay. Maybe just to ask you, the issue of disclosure. Had you problems with disclosure?
Me?
Yeah, because we always have that problem. Disclosing to family members, you know, the people around you. How was it?
Okay.
From your personal experience?
For me, when I was diagnosed, I didn't have much choice. My family found out very quickly. It was awful. It was really hard.
Ilikuwa ngumu sana kwake ku accept.
I cried for 2 weeks.
Alilia kwa wiki mbili.
Probably, if anything, I went through grief. Yeah. Grief and depression, and I thought I was going to die. Like I stopped working, I stopped living, I didn't care anymore. So that started my journey.
It didn't matter where we were from, what colour our skin was, what nationality we were. As soon as we shared our stories, we all shared our stories. We connected with each other. We had a feeling of camaraderie.
I'm called Elvis, and I'm 24 years old, and it's also a pleasure to meet you, because also me, I'm also HIV positive, and since I knew my status, it's now 2 years. Sometimes I still feel that, why me? Why me? Why on this status? Sometimes I also feel that I'm not encouraged. I feel stressed. You see, some of the stressed. Now I have to go and take alcohol, and also due to the circumstances. Sometimes I found that there's nothing to keep me also busy. You see, like me, I had finished my school.
Niko na watoto wawili na orphans 9.
She's the first wife, so the co-wife had 8 children and the co-wife passed away. So she's taking care of those children.
Niko na watoto wawili na orphans wawili, lakini wako negative wote.
She has had 2 children, but she has also another 2 children from her who are orphans from her sister who passed away because of the HIV virus. So she's taking care of 4 siblings. When she goes to the pub, at least she'll get a man.
Sio wote